militant group ISIS seizes one-third of Kobani, despite the latest U.S.-led airstrike. A Kurdish official says it's one of the most intensive strikes yet. An Australian nurse is under watch, the latest suspected case of Ebola.
It's only since this morning that she's had a low-grade fever. She has not been out in the community in Cairns.
Here at home, Canada steps up its border screenings for the deadly virus. And students gear up for the NBA season on their very own home court. The NBA brings its Campus Pass event to Humber, and an NBA legend makes a special appearance. Hi, and welcome to Humber News. I'm Ainsley Smith, coming to you from our newsroom here at Humber College North Campus. Here are today's top stories. The fight for Kobani is intensifying. The militant group ISIS is said to be in control of one-third of the Turkish town, in spite of heavy pounding from U.S.-led airstrikes. U.S.-led airstrikes bombed ISIS positions in the Syrian border town of Kobani today. However, ISIS has ramped up its assaults in recent days, even capturing a police station. The Turkish president says the problem of ISIS cannot be solved with bombing, and Kobani is about to fall. There might be another victim of Ebola. An Australian nurse is under observation in hospital for the virus. A Red Cross nurse is being monitored for Ebola at Keynes Hospital after returning from Sierra Leone. She was a volunteer treating patients with the virus in West Africa. Health officials say the nurse acted appropriately since returning home.
A low-grade fever. She has not been out in the community in Cairns. She's been at home, isolated in her own home, testing herself.
A blood test has been sent for further testing, and the result is expected later today. Meanwhile, in Toronto, a child has developed muscle weakness after contracting a respiratory illness. The young patient has tested positive for enterovirus D68 at Toronto's Hospital for Sick Children. The hospital says the child was one of 3 people who were exhibiting weaknesses that ranged from mild to full paralysis. 3 days after the shooting deaths of 2 Toronto high school students, police are appealing to the public for leads. Toronto police have released grainy images of 5 persons of interest related to the case. The men have not been identified by name. However, police stress that the men are not suspects in the shooting. Zaid Yusuf and Michael Menjivar died after they were shot near Don Bosco Secondary School on Monday. Overseas, a heavy blanket of yellow smog is covering parts of north and central China. The haze has hit several major cities and forced the closure of highways because of reduced visibility. Several provinces have issued hazard alerts, and authorities are warning sick and elderly people to stay indoors. The problem may get worse as the cold weather sets in, as most cities use coal for heating. The Nobel Prize for Literature is being announced. The French writer Patrick Modiano is the 107th winner of the prize. Modiano is the 11th French writer to win the award. It's worth more than $1 million. The Nobel Committee recognized Modiano for his lifetime of writing rather than a single work. Many of his stories explore the trauma that the Nazis inflicted on the country during World War II. NBA fever has hit Humber College, and it's spreading fast. Our reporter Patrick Valois is down at Humber North parking lot and joins us live with the action.
Thanks, Ainsley. I'm here at the NBA Campus Pass event where the students behind me are getting a chance to win some NBA swag by testing their skills on the court. I caught up with the marketing events coordinator of NBA Canada to tell us a bit more about what's going on today.
The NBA has partnered up with Air Miles to essentially encourage the growth of basketball and to get people aware of the Air Miles program, their loyalty program, and really just to sort of grow the affinity of NBA basketball in Canada. So I think that really our core demographic is sort of the younger generation, both male, female, and so really we've targeted university-age fans really to reach out to, and we expand from all the way from 5 years old all the way up to 18, but really this is sort of our core market.
Toronto Raptor Gravis Vasquez will be stopping by in about an hour for a meet and greet and autograph session. Students are welcome to drop by anytime before the event wraps up at around 5 p.m. Coming to you live from Humber North's parking lot. Back to you, Ainsley.
The beer store is taking some new steps to go green. We get this story from our reporter, Adriana Jung.
The beer store is taking a leap forward with a new green initiative. Today, the company has launched its partnership with Canadian green energy provider Bullfrog Power. The pilot project will have 7 beer stores across Ontario operating on Bullfrog's green electricity. Bullfrog spokesperson Sean Lewis says green energy is synonymous with eco-friendly energy sources.
Well, we provide green electricity to Canadian consumers and businesses across Ontario and Canada, primarily from both wind and low impact hydro sources, but essentially it means that people who partner with us support renewable energy.
The Oakville location features the beer store's new branding and was a perfect venue for the official launch. Senior Manager for Recycling, Linda Fritz, says the beer store has been involved in green initiatives such as recycling since 1927. She says the partnership only makes sense.
And this was a natural fit, an extension to energy conservation and finding greener ways of supporting our energy needs.
Bullfrog's future projects involve wind energy and low-impact hydro sources. They also plan to provide support to solar projects and other innovative renewable energy projects across Canada. I'm Adriana Jung, Humber News.
It's National Coming Out Week, and here at Humber, there's a big celebration going on. Rebecca Hamill has the story.
Humber College is celebrating the National Coming Out Week. The event at the North Campus will feature video on trials Sabrina Jalise.
One of the things that we feel is really important is to make sure that people feel that they have an opportunity to celebrate and to be part of a situation where there's joy and laughter.
The week celebrates coming out and raising awareness of the LGBT community.
It equalizes everybody, and I mean that's basically what we want in our society today and more likely in our schools today. So yeah, I think it's really great and I completely support it.
At the end of the day, nobody's here to judge. We're all here to get a degree or a diploma and do our own thing.
Humber is promoting a safe learning atmosphere for its students regardless of their sexual orientation.
But one of the reasons I chose coming here was because of the safe space. So I know that I can walk anywhere on campus, and if anything were to happen or any form of oppression against me and my sexuality, I know that I have a safe space to go to.
Sabrina Jalise will be performing at both campuses, this afternoon at the North Campus and later this evening at 7 p.m. at the Lakeshore Campus. Rebecca Hamill, Humber News.
There's been another call for the legalization of marijuana. This time it's from the Center for Addiction and Mental Health in Toronto. It says legalizing and controlling the sales of weed will be more effective than the war on drugs. How do you feel about this latest call? We hit the halls of Humber to find out.
To me, people are going to smoke it regardless. They're going to use it regardless. That you can use it for multiple things other than like smoking. You can use it for medical purposes. You can make paper out of it. You can use it as seasoning, like use it as a spice.
So basically, I think it should be legalized because things like alcohol and cigarettes, which kill people, like they're legal, right?
It's been legal for so long, and it's been a bad thing for so long. Why would somebody make it legal?
For medical purposes, it would be okay. But even if they legalize it, all they're going to do is tax it probably.
It actually helps with a lot more than it hurts. So I don't know, I just think it's kind of stupid that it's been like this for so long, you know.
When we come back, we'll tell you what's happening in the world of sports, and Cheyenne Lynch will have your 3-day forecast.
No umbrellas needed for today. There's going to be nothing but sunshine with a high of 13 degrees, dropping to a low of 4. We'll have your 3-day forecast and more coming up in our 2 o'clock newscast.
We'll have all your latest sports after the break. But first, some lucky animals at the San Diego Zoo got a special Halloween treat. Pumpkins with peanut butter and gourds with fish. The mixed species exhibit is home to swamp monkeys, spotted-necked otters, red-tailed monkeys, and even a water buffalo. The animals are all native to Africa and like to hang out together in the wild.